Alrighty, everybody, how's it going? Welcome to another YouTube video. We don't really do these very often at all. This is kind of like a standout thing, but we are going to be doing our 2024/2025 world tour video here. If you saw the cinematic trailer, then you've probably already seen most of the world, but this is going to be more of a detailed walkthrough tour of my my world. So a little bit of background on this world. I started this world in January 20th, 2024, so just about a year ago from the point of making this video. It's currently December 29th, 2024. It is a modded world. Most of the mods in my world are quality of life mods. Very few content mods or like game-changing mods itself. I wanted to try and stick to as much vanilla as possible while also adding some quality of life things that just made the game a little bit easier for what I wanted to do with it. The world has about 500 plus hours. I'd probably say at this point it's probably got about 510 hours played. That does not include any AFK time. I don't AFK in my world for anything. And everything that you see built can be built in the vanilla game. I don't use any mods that add any like decoration or any extra blocks. The only mod that would probably fall into that category would be the medieval expansion mod, which adds larger doors and portcullises. I think that's what they're called. But yeah, so those are added. You can find a link to my mod list down below inside the description of this video. You can see all the mods that I play with. You can look at their descriptions, what they're updated to and stuff like that. But yeah, with that being said, we're gonna get started. I'm going to try and do this entire video without cutting or editing or anything like that. And the build order is not necessarily the order I built the builds in. It's going to be in whatever's easier to walk through the world, so that you can get a feel of how everything is connected, because part of like the world is the connections between each of the builds. We've been building a lot of those up as well. And it just gives you a feel for the world itself. So yeah, with that being said, let's get started here. So the first build that we are at is my crop farm. A lot of these builds are currently work in progress, as you can see. I do tend to start a lot of these projects and then I move on to other ones once I get a little bit bored. And then I usually come back to these builds once I'm in the mood for it. But yeah, so this is our crop farm. Let's look at it on the map. So it's about yay big. It's kind of hard to, I guess, get the size of it. Let me turn off my waypoints here. So yeah, this is about the size of our crop farm. It's pretty big. It's about half done right now, I want to say. It does have a little dock area that we're going to be reworking in the next year. And then yeah, so let's go over here. So it is a village within the crop farm itself. So if we come around here, you can actually walk through. There's irrigation lines underneath these. These irrigation furrowed farmlands are actually from the primitive survival mod. And then the trapdoors are above them because water does not freeze under trapdoors. But yeah, so we have a ton of crops placed here. There's some villagers that wander around. We built these houses kind of in between to kind of give it kind of like a more lively feel around the crop farm. These were just built recently. And yeah. So we have all this, some more villagers, more crops. Not all the crop fields are placed in yet. I'm still working on filling this out. And then there's going to be another village on the other side of this. We're probably going to build that in springtime in our world. Oh, I should also mention, I play with 30-day months inside my game. So I think it's like one month in my world is 24 IRL hours, if I recall correctly, or something like that. But anyway, I play 30-day months. The vanilla or standard default setup is 9-day months, I believe. But yeah, I wanted a little bit longer world time. So that's why when we've been playing on this world for a year IRL, I'm only on year 2. It's because my time in game takes a little bit longer. So yeah, this side right here is, as of right now, going to pretty much be similar setup to this style. There's going to be another village on that side. We might do an overhaul on some of these roofs in the upcoming year, and then yeah, this stuff needs to get worked on. We do have our central storage building here. So if we go into here, this is also This is not the actual world. This is a copy of the world, by the way. So I might make it daytime because it looks like it's getting dark. So yeah, this is kind of like our little storage area in here. We have all like the seeds and stuff and building materials set up in here throughout. There is a way we can go up further. So let's go do that. So if we go up here, we can go out onto these little platforms here and overlook all of this. And then you can do that on the other side, and then you can go up another level here. And you can kind of chill on these edges, and you can see like all of this. So you can see everything here, all the way up. If we go over here, yeah. So yeah, eventually this dock will be redone. I didn't really like how it turned out, so we're gonna redo the dock and figure out what to do with this side as well. But alrighty, and that's our farm build, our crop farm. So we're gonna start working our way to the next build, which is probably the most worked on section of our world. Let's go this way. We'll go through these gates. So yeah, part of this is so this forest here we've been growing ourselves. So this path that leads through it and everything we made. We planted all these trees, made them a little bit taller than the vanilla trees by placing them on 2 blocks of dirt. I don't know if I have any current ones planted to show as an example. But yeah, so basically just a little bit of a walk through here to the next build. Let's go this way. Speed it up a bit. We got a bridge here. Got another bridge. So you can see the build coming up in the distance there. So we have another bridge here. If we look at the map actually, so this used to be a all connected landform in here, and we've slowly been building a river through here, and the plan is to eventually extend this river to all of these like little ponds in here and out this way, and then same to go down here. Obviously it's going to take a little bit of time, but that is the plan for that. So we have another bridge that we can cross up here, takes us onto this little island. And then, so this build right here that we're coming up on is called Trinity Point. This is it right here. This is the central build for all our builds in this world. This is kind of like our main town, where all our storage is right now. This is kind of the most like developed area in our world. So it starts off, we have a nice bridge that goes across here. Let's do that. And so yeah, this portcullis here is from the medieval expansion mod, and same with the drawbridge here. So we go across, we're inside the tower, exit through here. So this is the town. This is where we started this world at pretty much. We have a bunch of builds in here, windmill going. We'll go through a little walkthrough. This town has probably taken the most time out of all our builds to build. It has the most here, most detail work and stuff. So we have a few buildings here. Some of these buildings have no use and some of these buildings have use. So this building right here is the mayor's house. It's also where we store all our valuables and lore books and stuff we find inside of ruins and whatnot. All our lore scrolls are here. Tuning cylinders, valuables, stuff like that. All our tapestries are stored here. So this is kind of like our main storage section. If we go over here, we have our bakery building, or mill. So we go in here, we have a bunch of rot inside of these barrels. I do use the stone oven mod. So this is the stone brick oven you can set up to cook a lot more food faster than the typical ovens in the vanilla game, which is right here, the clay ovens. It's just the amount of food we get from the crop farm, I needed something to cook a lot faster than that. If we go down here, we do have another little storage area down here. We have all our grains, which you can see obviously I have a lot from that farm. Let's go up this way. So yeah, this is our bakery. We have up here, we have the quern set up for grinding stuff down. A little bit of other querns here. And then we have one of our traders here. So we do have a village mod that adds villagers to the game. Let's go here. The building storage for just random stuff. If we go into here, this is my stone storage building. We have some odds and ends in here, like muddy gravel and stuff like that. Some clay, mortar. If we go down into the basement though, this is where I store most of my stone stuff here. Anything stone related goes inside this building. Let's go out this way. Alright, I'm gonna make it daytime. Alright, so the next important building, and probably the most important building, is the blacksmith building here. So this is like, you know, where most of our main storage is, I guess you could say, for random stuff. A lot of ores go in here. Let's see, got some other chest stuff, some odds and ends in here. Let's see, if we go upstairs, however, we have our like living quarters. So I've been collecting all of the armor sets and putting them on armor stands, as many of the armors that I can collect as of right now. We have a pretty good collection going. Have another one here, and then in here's like our bedroom area. Got some storage in here, and then over on this side I store all the single sets of clothing that don't have matches yet, and then some matches. But yeah, this is where we sleep inside this build. And then if we go, let's see, go down inside the basement. This is the blacksmith area down here. We have 2 helve hammers going. We have an iron anvil, a bronze one, a bunch of gold and silver, some forges. Inside here we have a chiseled fire pits for cooking or smelting ores. I have a coke oven here. We have some bloomeries. And if we go into this area, we have all my ore storage. Got quite a bit of ores after all this time inside the world, so a lot of storage in here. Let's go up this way. Alright, what else do we have here? If we go this way, we have this is my leather working area. So we have all of our tannin and lime water in here, along with some leather. We have all that going in here. This is my chisel building, so all my chiseled blocks that I store in here for creating again. Let's see, if we go to this building, this is my chicken coop. So if we go down here, I have a bunch of, or had a bunch of there. Have a bunch of chickens in here. We're up to, looks like generation 5, which is pretty nice. So we're just waiting on more eggs to hatch for that. Let's see, if we go storage building. This is our alchemy building. I do have the alchemy potions mod. So this is where we make all our potions. If we go down here, we have a little water supply and then some potion supplies and barrels and whatnot. So yeah, I do use the potion mod. Pretty helpful mod right there. Then we just have more storage stuff or ruin stuff. Let's see, and then yeah, there's just some more storage buildings down here. This is our jewelry building actually. So I do have the Ken jewelry mod. It lets me put sockets on my gear, which gives them slight bonuses. So I have a bunch of gems in here that get stored, and then a bunch of you know, crafting sections to work on said gems to craft them into how I want them to be. There's that, and then yeah, down here is just the water wheel setup. Let's see. I think the rest of the buildings in here are storage. Let's go this way. Well, actually, let's go this way. I'll show you guys the tree farm next, and then we'll show off the rest of Trinity Point. So, like I said, we're trying to make this video where it keeps with the flow of the world. So, all right. So we're gonna go out this way towards the east. So we started at the crop farm. We followed this path along here. We entered Trinity Point and we looked at this section of Trinity Point, and now we're going to continue east out towards the tree farm, which is out this way. So let's get rolling that way. This path along here needs some love. We have not gotten around to working on it. But eventually, hopefully this year, we'll get down to where we can make this path into like a foresty kind of, walk along the ocean type path. Actually, there is a build out this way inside the middle. So we actually abandoned this build quite a while ago. There's supposed to be a graveyard out here. So yeah, at some point we were burying all the NPCs that spawned at the village, or at Trinity Point. All the NPCs that died, we were putting, their name and what years they survived in the world. But the problem is it got to be a bit too much to maintain, along with all the mayors as well. And then there was going to be a statue here. So right now it's just kind of like, headstones with nothing on them. It just became kind of like this area. Maybe one day I'll come through and redo this or revamp it. But for now, it's just kind of an abandoned project in the world. It's off the beaten path here. Alright, so let's continue on the path here. Let's run this way. We'll get to the tree farm shortly here. You can kind of see some of the trees in the distance. Okay, so yeah, this is the entrance to the tree farm. We have, again, palisade walls similar to what we had around the crop farm. We have some custom-made palisade walls along here. The tops of these were all chiseled out. So they're not like a modded block or anything. It's just chiseled palisade walls. So if we go in here, all of these tree farms that are in here, it's every tree type in the game. It's 5x5 farms, so there's 5, in each row, and then there's 5 rows for every tree type. If we go along here, there's a path this way. Again, more trees. Eventually there's supposed to be like a dock along here, along the edge here that goes around. I just have not gotten around to building it. If we go this way, there's a path down that way. You can see there's more tree types, the giant redwood trees, some cypress trees, the crimson maple trees. There is lighting underneath here. I chiseled a central opening here, and then I put a torch down there. I do have a mod that makes it so my torches never go out unless they get rained on or water gets on them. Then they'll get extinguished. But that's why there's a chiseled block here, so light can shine through and they don't go out. If we continue over here, there's a river that runs through here that I made. The plan is to eventually have this river flow and connect to right here and then continue pretty much out to this spot here. So basically like a little river along here kind of separates this section. Eventually, the plan. If we continue down here, we have more trees, more tree farms. I think we only need 2 tree types. I think I have every tree type but 2 from when I checked. Yeah, there's just 2 that are missing here. And then this is the main storage build. This whole building has to get rebuilt to fit the theme of this region. It doesn't currently fit the theme, but I'm waiting to redo it until they add the new roof blocks to the game. I think it'll look better with those. But for now, this is the build. This is the tree farm build. But if we go into here, this is the storage. Nothing fancy in here. We pretty much built this building just straight storage and then just haven't really used it too much. If we go down here, we have a bunch of chests with log storage for each individual log type. There's some more over here. And then we have 2 charcoal pits here. So if we go down here, there's charcoal in there that I have to clear out, and then there's access to the top of them from here so we can cover them up. We built those recently. I do use the underground mines mineshaft mod, which adds mine shafts to my world. They have entrances that get generated. So this is an entrance to a mine shaft. You can see there's drifters moving down there. We're not going to go down there, but there are some entrances under some of the builds. Trinity Point has one underneath of the tower. The tree farm has one right here. I think the crop farm has one out this way. But yeah, so there's just entrances to those. Let's go back up here, and then we can go upstairs. Upstairs, nothing special. There's just a bed up here, and then there's a little out place. So back here are all my fruit trees. So there's a spot or a little farm for every fruit tree type in the game back here. This is kind of like an overlook, and then that's my resin farm right there, so I grow all the pine trees there to collect resin. Let's go take a look down there. Go out the back door. So we have a little bit of a river thing that kind of runs through here. And then, yeah, like I said, these little like plant things, they're not done. I gotta put gravel in here, but yeah, there's one for every fruit tree in the game. It loops around this way. Go over the bridge here. And there's some more right here. And you go over another bridge, nice little waterfall, and then there's some more. I have not collected all the fruit trees in the game yet, so that's why some of these are still empty. And then, yeah, I thought this was cool. This is a floating water that falls down. This was natural. Did not generate, or I did not place that there. It's just there. So I made it look like it flows into this water and fills this up. And same with that waterfall there. Made it look like it just kind of fills up this river area. Run this way. What do we have here? Some orange trees. Pear trees. And then over on this side we have my resin farm. I do have the tree tapping kit mod, so I can put this in here so I can keep like if I hold right click I get the 6 resin, and then it'll grow more, and then I can collect it from the tree tap. It's pretty much just what that mod does. I'm trying to get so every spot here has at least one tree tap on it. Takes a while though. Alright, let's see. Let's head back to Trinity Point. So that's our tree farm. That's the entire thing here. It does take, I think I harvested the entire tree farm at one point. It takes about 4 iron axes to harvest the entire tree farm, including the giant redwoods completely through. And it takes a little, maybe about a day in game. So a full, you know, into the night in game to harvest the entire thing. So it does take a little bit. So I don't harvest it very often, but when I do, I get a lot of logs, so it's kind of nice. But all right, let's travel back to Trinity Point. I'll show off the rest of Trinity Point, and then we can go over to the next village. Let's go back this way. Getting dark again. So yeah, I guess I could show it from here. You get a better view. So that's Trinity Point Tower. We built that as like a grand monument, kind of, for Trinity Point. I wanted something that kind of stood out in the world at this build, outside of this build in general. So we decided to build a giant tower. It was kind of like supposed to be like a lighthouse slash guidepost in the world, I guess you could say. That's kind of what it's become. It's pretty cool. Let's go through here. I'm gonna do set bacon. Takes a while to do this tour. All right, so we're gonna go out to the dock area down here, and this area is we currently started revamping this towards the end of the year. I was trying to get it done before I recorded this video, but we just ran out of time. So this is supposed to be like a little like docking area in here. Just have not gotten the rework on it. It looked a lot. It didn't look bad before, but it'll look a lot better once it's done. Once the revamp is done. But let's go over here. Oh, so this is how I get these tall trees, by the way. This is a good example. So I put 2 dirt blocks down, then I put the sapling on top, and then it grows the tree much taller because I don't like the short trees inside of the game. And then I just remove and I place the logs underneath, and you get a taller tree. It looks a lot better. So this is the Trinity Point Market right here. So yeah, there's just stuff to sell. I wish I had some NPCs I could throw in here. It'd be kind of cool. Maybe one day. But yeah, so a little market area right here. If we go up, we have some benches that you can sit on up here. So this is kind of like just the outside of the tower. You can kind of just walk around and stuff. Some detail work with the trees inside there. If we go over here, we have the cargo unloading area of the docks. So yeah, I built these like whatchamacallit, lifts, I guess you could say, to kind of show like it's be a cargo hold area. Eventually I might build a ship here, or add the new 1.20 ships when they come out into this area. I don't know how big they are in world. I don't think they'll be big enough to like really kind of fit. These are just planks to get onto the ship. So eventually maybe I'll just build a ship here and make it look cool. So yeah, just some detail work down there. Go up here. If we come over here, we have a little memorial for the first mayor of Trinity Point. The trees are coming out kind of nice. So we built this sword. It's made out of silver and gold blocks that I chiseled. I think that's a lead block right there. Yeah, it's lead. And then, yeah, it's just dedicated. The first mayor of the town, his name was Leonidas. He ended up going missing. He wandered off into a little bit of lore for the world. He wandered off into this forest, and we found him literally. So he walked off one day on stream. We never saw him. And then maybe like 2 weeks, like stream time, like 2 weeks worth of streams later, we found him wandering in the woods over here before we built anything. And then he chilled over there for like another 2 weeks, and then eventually he just went missing and we never found him again. So we think he's dead, but he was the founder and leader of Trinity Point for a bit there, until he went missing and was never seen again. So a little bit of lore for the village. Let's go inside the tower. It's pretty cool. So yeah, there is a mine shaft entrance in the center of the tower. You can go just straight down into there. We're not going to go into the mine shafts because there's nothing too special about them. You can just, during the winter time in my world, I go into those mine shafts to mine, so you can come watch my stream. This is the first floor, so you can go out onto these dock areas and look over the world and whatnot, or over Trinity Point on this side. You can see all that. Then we can go up even further to the next level. I wish I had built these staircases too wide, but I don't think the build really let me do that. So this is the next level here. I'm trying to see which side of Trinity Point on. You can oversee the town here. And then we can go up. You can actually see the other town. We're going to be going over there next. But you can see the other town across the river here, which is pretty cool. Or ocean, not river. Let's go up another level. Alright, so this is like the second highest area. Second to highest. You can see Trinity Point here, and then on the other side, you can see each place is named as well. They all have names. I gotta remember. I think that's Yarich Village, or Delich. That's Delich Village. This is Trinity Point. That's Delich. The crop farm is Yarich. Those are the three places, and then we have another build out this way, somewhere right here. This is Lighthaven Island. We're gonna be going there shortly as well. So let's climb to the very top of the tower now. Ooh, oh no, okay, almost fell. Alright, top of the tower is dangerous. You can really see pretty far from the top of this tower. You can almost see the tree farm. You can see the trees there, but you can't see the build. It's very close though. Just out of sight. You can see Delich Village across the ocean there. Stuff. Alright, let's head down. We're gonna head over to Delich Village next. Yeah, we've been trying to name all of the builds in the world. I think there's like maybe 2 builds that don't have names currently that we need to figure out names for. But yeah, this area is Trinity Point. The first area we saw was Yarich Village. And now we're going to be going to Delich Village next, as soon as we get out of this tower. This way. Alright, so we gotta take a boat to get over there, and I think there's a boat. Yeah, there's a boat right there. I use the Joy of Sailing mod currently. That's what adds these boats to the game. Helps me get around my world. My world is a 40% land cover world, so it's a lot of oceans inside of my world. You can kind of see it on the map. This is all a lot of oceans on my world. Makes sailing really fun. Oh, lag. Okay. I guess my game doesn't like me recording while I'm playing. Let's see here. All right, so this is Delich Village. the idea of this village was it's supposed to be like a fishing village. That's why there's a bunch of fishing lines inside of the water here. That's like the whole point, was so that I could have a reason to fish. So if we come up here, most of these houses are just for show or storage. You walk along the village here. So this is my storage house here. We have a bunch of materials for building this area. Come out here. Over here, just some more houses. There's supposed to be like a little like town square area here at some point. This is a very much work in progress village right now, by the way. We're maybe like 25% done this village. Come over here. There's skeletons, carcass, you know. This way. If we come over this way, this is our windmill building. This is where all the food processing happens. We do a lot of fish storage and stuff in here. I had some fish inside these barrels. Same with inside our smoker. We have an oven here from the stone bake oven mod. We have a quern in here. Let's go out this way. Go over this way. We have more houses. We have another dock over here. Another dock with some more fishing lines set up. We have another dock down this way with some were traps. So the were traps are from Primitive Survival. I think a lot of the fishing stuff is from Primitive Survival mod. We have a maple tree hollow here to collect stuff at. So yeah, we have all the were traps set up and some fishing baskets, I think, right there. Yeah. Another dock. Go up this way. This is the mayor's house right here for this village, or the leader's house. And there's supposed to be like a little like balcony out here. Just haven't gotten around to building it yet. Let's see. I'm trying to remember the way. If we go this way, yeah, some more houses that are work in progress over this way. If we go up this way, there's supposed to be a waterfall that I'm gonna make that kind of flows down into this pond here. But you can go up here. Probably be a house or two up here as well eventually. Go up this way, and it's a little like lookout for the village. You can kind of see the whole village down that way. You can see Trinity Point over there. You can see all the way down there. That's like the entrance to the village, that fenced area. So the plan is, this is where this village is on the map, by the way. So Trinity Point's here. The first place we built or stopped at was right here, and you follow the path to Trinity Point. The tree farm's here. So this is now north across the ocean here. This is the village. So eventually there's going to be a path that follows along here, all the way up through here, through these island areas, and to this build here, which we're going to go to last. This is the current build that we're working on. But yeah, there's going to be a like bridge system that connects all of this over to here. And then I was scouting out this area. This area is going to be nice for like a castle type thing that we might build there. It's like over that way. So yeah, future plans, you know, for the next 2 years. We have another pond thing here with some traps in there and some fishing lines over there. Again, this is a work in progress. All needs to be worked on, but I tend to start a lot of projects and then I move on to other projects, and then I'll come back when I get like bored of certain projects and I want to work on this one and stuff. So, but all right, so let's head back to Trinity Point, and then we'll go over to the next build. And I'll kind of explain a little bit about the traveling in my world. So most of the traveling in my world is done via this boat. And eventually the boats that they add with 1.20. That'll be most of the traveling in my world. I do have a mod called Translocator Engineering. And what it lets me do, and I'll kind of show, is it lets me move the vanilla translocators. I can break those and I can rebuild them in other locations in my world. And then I can link them together. So this is where we're gonna go. We're gonna go take this translocator at Trinity Point here, and it's going to link us to our translocator hub, which is Lighthaven Island. So in perspective, of my world is the translocator hub is all the way over here. So we're gonna go from here over to here real quick. If it works, there we go. So this is our translocator hub. This is it's gonna go down deeper, and each region is gonna have its own set of translocators. I'm only limiting myself. I think there's gonna be 5 translocators per region once we get to it. So this will have 5 translocators. We have 1 here. This is the center of the region, and then there's gonna be 1 at the top here. This is the northern part of the region. There'll be 1 in the western part of the region, 1 in the east, and 1 in the south. So this is like all one region here, and then eventually there'll be other regions in my world. But later plans, multi-year project, you know. So if we go up this way, this is the translocator hub. There's this build's still work in progress as well. I'll kind of let's go out to the start of this build actually. So like where you would land here if you sailed here. So that is out this way. So this would be like, there should be a dock here, but you would dock and you'd get off the boat and then you'd walk along this path. Imagine that there'd be some trees here, and you'd kind of walk up to the translocator hub, which is this building. So you walk up the stairs here. That leads to where I have my bees located in the south. We're not going to use that one today. There's a nice tree over there, little walkway and stuff. Like I said, this build is very much work in progress. I haven't done a whole lot with it. But anyway, you walk into here. We could take the nice little path over on the side here and go out this way. You can walk out along here and get a nice view. It's all ocean view around it. There's really no land anywhere near here. And then the plan for this, let me make it daytime real quick. So the plan is you will go down these paths, and each time you go down into a floor here, and you can see this has a T for the Trinity region. So all the translocators for the Trinity region will be in this room. And then if you want to go to a different region, eventually there'll be a path that goes down and around to another floor that'll have a different symbol or letter for that region, and you will be able to translocate yourself based on the 5 translocators for that region. And yeah, that's kind of the plan for this build. Eventually it'll just keep going down for each of the regions. But okay, so we're gonna take the next translocator, and this is gonna go kind of over towards the last build, so we're just about done here. It's gonna transport us over to here. So you can kind of see that's the translocator right there. So eventually there's going to be a town on this like peninsula looking thing here, similar to what we have at Trinity Point. All the translocators are going to have their own like town. So eventually we will be building this in the next year in 2025. So that's where we're going to go right now, and then there should be a boat there to take me to the final build. Yeah, there it is. So we will go. So yeah, you can see we are now very far north. So we went from Trinity Point to Lighthaven Island, and then we went from Lighthaven Island up to whatever town this name is, or whatever named town this will be eventually. There'll be a town here. And now we're gonna take this boat. So this is where the traveling comes in. And we are going to travel from all the way here to where this town's going to be to our vineyard, which is over here. So this is the build that we've been working on the most recent. We started this maybe, I want to say late October IRL time, like real life time, not in-game time. We've been working on it all the way up until like last week. So you can see it's starting to come into the picture here. So the idea of this build was it's supposed to be a berry farm. There's a bunch of vineyards here. And I kind of wanted it to have that like Italian, Sicilian, like vineyard type feel. So if you were to like go to Italy and you see all those like fancy houses with their vineyards and stuff, that's kind of the goal here for this build. That will, but in my own vintage story style. All right, so we will land our boat here at the docks. Let's hop on out. So you come at the docks here, And then, yeah, let's start walking the path here. We can look at each of these buildings. So yeah, I set up these like grapevine vineyard looking things, whatever you would call these. So it's a bunch of the berry bushes, and then it's just surrounded by fences right there. So we have a bunch of them. Let's go back and follow the path a bit. So there's a path that weaves along in here, and it's separated. These are all separated by bushes that kind of separate the vineyards for each of the different houses, and each house has a different colored berry bush that it will be growing. So let's go inside. So you can see you come inside, you're inside this like main area. Then you come into here, got some decorations set up, some bookcases, a little patio that overlooks the deck or the dock and the ocean. Some trees here. Come up this way, same thing over here, little outdoor area that leads to all of the berry bushes, and you can walk along all these and gather them and eat the berries, grow some or make some wine at some point. Let's go inside here. You can go upstairs. Not much upstairs, just 2 rooms, not decorated or anything. There's a bed there for sleeping. If you go inside the basement or the cellar, however, much more detailed work down here. We have our wine barrels set up. We have a nice table here with some decorations on it, some crates, some barrels for storage down here. This is mostly just for show, but it looks cool. Come back up here. So the plan is there's going to be 5 houses, I believe, because there's 5 berry bushes in the vanilla game, and each house is going to have its own like vineyard for the berry bushes. So I'll be able to harvest a ton of berries from each of these. There's going to be a main build over here, like on this island. That's where we're going to store and craft all of the juice and wines that you can make with the berries. That's all going to be done over there, not inside these individual buildings. These are mostly just for show right now. Let's go this way. We're going to follow the path around here, which is kind of cool. Go up this way. These houses take a long time to build. These houses take about a week IRL to build, at least with my streaming schedule. They take a good bit to build each of these houses. So we haven't gotten much time to do a little like detail work that I want to do outside. It's mostly just been building these houses. Go in again, another like foyer area that walks into here. But downstairs we have a little balcony. Eventually this is all going to be cleared out, so you'll have like an oceany like island type view out the back. We have 2 like study areas with big bay windows on this side. And if we go to this side, we have all of this, same thing. And then you can go out the back into the vineyard area. This one's not as set up yet. Still working on it. Have to grow a lot of berry bushes. You can go upstairs, and there's 1 room up here that's going to be like a study at some point. There'll be like desk decorations in here and stuff. And then again, you can go down into the cellar, and it's set up like a storage cellar. You have your table and stuff for storing stuff and everything. So much more decorated than the cellar. I had fun doing the decorations inside the cellar part of this. So that's been pretty cool. All right, and then the final building. Let's go this way. So there's only 1 more left to look at. We're gonna follow the path around. There's a little pond here inside the center. This building was probably my favorite to design out of all the buildings. So we have nice big windows on the front there, but you enter from the side here. Nice big open entrance area, and then you have this like wrap around tall ceiling type area. It's pretty cool. And then it has a center spot with a tree inside of the center here, and it opens up to the sky on the top. So we have a tree there, and you can actually see there's glass that looks down into the cellar. And then it goes out into an ocean view balcony out this way. And then you go down to the cellar right here, and it's got a nice big open cellar area. Lots of wine barrels and big table, a little central spot for light to come down into, natural lighting and stuff. So there's that, and then this is how you get to the vineyard area. Haven't finished this section yet. There's supposed to be like a little patio here and stuff, and then set up the vineyards and everything, or the grapevines and stuff. So yeah, this was a fun build to make because it's the first time I tried doing like a tree inside the center. I thought this was pretty cool. I like this the most. It was pretty cool. And yeah, so that is everything for this world. That is everything that I have built over the past year, IRL year. So like I said, we started this world January 20th, 2024. It is currently December 29th, 2024. So it's been almost a full year. We have like 20 days, maybe 20 or like 30 days, and it will be a full year real life time playing in this world. 500 hours, about 500 to 510 hours played in the world. No AFK time. Everything you've seen today, vanilla built, outside of these doors and the portcullises. Everything is vanilla blocks, can be crafted and built in vanilla, and whatnot. No special modded blocks or anything like that. Very few mods overall, just mostly content mod, or mostly quality of life mods with a handful of content mods. Again, the mod list will be inside the description of the video down below, so you can take a look at that. And yeah, so I'm going to be continuing this world once 1.20 comes out. So this was all done in 1.19. Gonna convert the world to 1.20. The plan is to continue playing on the world through 2025 and just, seeing how it unfolds and continuing to, make these builds and refine them and add details and start new builds and stuff. Lots of projects to work on in the next year. But yeah, I mainly wanted to make this video because I can't give a tour every stream. So I do stream every week, Monday through Thursday, starting at like 6 p.m. Eastern, and I go to about 10 p.m. Eastern, so about 4 hours a day, for 4 days a week. We play Vintage Story Monday through Wednesday, and then different games on Thursday. So yeah, it's kind of hard to do a like 45-minute world tour every time someone new comes into the stream and wants to see the entire world. So hopefully I'll be able to just set it up so people can just watch this video or the cinematic video. There was a cinematic kind of quick 2-minute overview of the world if you watch that. But yeah, so that's everything. So I think we're gonna call the video here. If you want to see more, feel free to drop by the stream. You can find it twitch.tv/NateDoesLife, or I do stream on this YouTube channel as well. So, hit that subscribe button on the YouTube channel, and you can watch my streams and watch me build and, help me figure out, what exactly to do in this world going forward and stuff, and design-wise and whatnot. It's always a pretty chill time. But yeah, thank you guys all so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. As always, take it easy, keep being awesome, and I will see you guys on the live stream. Bye-bye.